Hey, hello friends, welcome back to Briticus Cooking Show. So today we are going to show you how to prepare mutton keema balls. Mutton keema is nothing but it is a minced form of mutton meat. There are various dishes what we prepare in mutton keema. There is mutton keema curry, mutton keema biryani, mutton keema paratha, as well as what we prepare today. There are mutton keema balls. So this is not the mutton keema fry recipe. This is the mutton keema balls curry, where we prepare the curry and then we make a small dumplings of mutton keema like a ball, and then we are going to dunk in this curry using minimal spices, keeping the authentic taste. We are going to prepare this recipe. So without further ado, let's see how to prepare this mutton keema balls. To prepare the masala, we need to dry roast few of the ingredients. So first, let's add 16 red chilies. Out of these, 12 are the Kashmiri red chilies and 4 are short red chilies. And now let's fry these red chilies till it turns out nice and crispier. Now to this add 1 tablespoon coriander seeds, 10 to 12 black peppercorns, and to this add 1 teaspoon of jeera. To this add 1 teaspoon of poppy seeds. Now once you are done dry roasting all the spices, transfer it to the plate. And now let's begin the second process. Place the same pan on the stove and to that add little bit of oil. To this add 1 cup of freshly grated coconut. And to this add 12 garlic flakes. Now to this add 1 finely chopped onion. Now it's time to add handful of coriander leaves. And now give a quick shot of mix. As you can see here folks, it's been a while and all the ingredients what we have added has turned into slight brown, and it's time to transfer it to the plate. So before that, I want to share a small tip. So while frying all the ingredients, in between we were smashing the ingredients with the help of the spoon. It's just because when you smash these ingredients, it releases the flavor within it, and also it helps to quicken the frying process if you smash using the spoon. And now it's time to transfer it to the plate. So let's transfer these ingredients to the plate. As you can see here folks, here we are done dry roasting the spices, and also here we have oil roasted a few of the ingredients, and to the same plate we are going to add a few more ingredients. So first let's add the whole garam masala. So in this we have 1 star anise, 4 cloves and 2 cinnamon, and here goes pinch of tamarind, and to this goes 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. So folks, here is a quick run through before transferring all these ingredients into the blender. Here we have spices which we have dry roasted. Here we have few ingredients, the coconut, onion, garlic and the coriander, which we have oil roasted. And here we have few more ingredients, the wholesome garam masala, turmeric powder and a pinch of tamarind. And along with these ingredients, we are going to make a masala for the curry. As you can see here folks, we are done making a fine ground paste of the masala. And now the next process is to prepare the meatballs. So here we have taken half kg of minced mutton meat. So we have washed and cleaned thoroughly. As you can see over here, we have squeezed all the moisture from the meat. If there is any little bit of moisture remaining in the mutton meat, try to squeeze all of them, or else your mutton mince balls might break in the curry. Now take a blender. To this add 4 teaspoon of Bengal gram. So here the proportions are like, for half kg of minced mutton meat, we have taken 4 teaspoon of Bengal gram. And now we need to make a fine powder of this Bengal gram. So now take a plate. To that add minced mutton meat. Now to this add quarter teaspoon of pepper powder. Now to this add quarter teaspoon of garam masala. Now to this add half teaspoon of chili powder, quarter teaspoon of turmeric powder, quarter teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, 1 finely chopped green chili, handful of coriander, and now here goes the finely powdered Bengal gram. And now we need to mix all the ingredients and spices nice and thoroughly. Here the powdered Bengal gram acts as a binding agent to bind the meatballs. Once you are done mixing all the ingredients with the minced meat, let's transfer this minced meat mixture into the blender. And wow, check it out folks, this is how it looks once you are done blending all the ingredients with the meat. And now it's time to make the meatballs. So folks, to prepare the meatballs like this, first we need to apply oil on our palm, and now take a small portion of minced meat, and now we need to press it hard like this just to make sure there are no loose ends. And now once you are done pressing it hard, make it like a round ball or what we call dumpling, and there you go guys, the meatball is ready. As you can see here folks, we are done preparing the fine grounded masala for the gravy, and also over here we are done preparing the nice round and golu golu meatballs. And now let's begin the gravy making process. Now place the saucer pan on the stove, and to this let's add little bit of oil, and to this add 2 teaspoon of ghee. Now to this add 1 finely sliced onion, and now once the onion turns slight brown, add handful of curry leaves, and to this add 2 finely chopped tomatoes, and to this add little bit of salt, and fry them nice and thoroughly. Now when the tomato becomes nice and soft, add 2 finely sliced potatoes, and now give a quick shot of mix. It's been a minute or so since we added the potatoes, and now it's time to add the fine grounded masala. And now scrape all the masala from the bowl and transfer it to the cooking pot. And now when the masala starts bubbling up, as you can see over here, add little bit of water and mix it nice and thoroughly. And now to this add little bit of salt, and now let's give a quick stir, and let's check the consistency. Over here the consistency neither too thick or too running, it's moderate. As you can see over here, yes, the consistency is perfect. And now put on the lid, let the gravy come to boil. Now it's been around 5 minutes. Now let's open the lid and check it out. Wow folks, the gravy has come to boil. And now let's give a quick stir. Once the gravy comes to boil, put the gas on simmer, and now let's add the meatballs. Once you are done adding meatballs to the curry, don't put spoon right away, then you might end up breaking all the meatballs. So as always, we suggest you to give few shakes like this once or twice so that the meatballs get properly indulged with the curry, and this is how you perfectly cook the meatball curry. So folks, now put on the lid, let it cook on simmer for 10 to 20 minutes. As you can see here folks, the gravy has come to boil nice and thoroughly, and also the meatballs, I mean the mutton meat, has released its fat, which is gelatin. So as you can see over here, the red thing is the gelatin over here, which is colorless. That is nothing but it's animal fat. So that means the mutton meat has been cooked properly. And also over here, the meatballs are floating on the top. That means the meatballs are cooked properly. And now let's switch off the flame and transfer it to the serving bowl.
I know you feel like you want me, and I guess in a way you do. Holding my breath, unraveling emotions. I need some space to think this through. Call me on now.